Let's get right into it. Number 10. The moon's wobble. NASA just revealed our moon is wobbling, and it's about to cause serious problems. The moon's orbit isn't perfectly circular. It's more like a drunk person trying to walk in a straight line. This wobble has always been there. It's a natural cycle that takes approximately 18.6 years to complete. But NASA says this wobble is about to team up with rising sea levels. In the 2030s, when this wobble hits its peak, coastal cities are going to face what scientists call a perfect storm of flooding. It's like your typical flooding season, but the moon's up there going, "Hey, watch this," and using its extra gravitational pull to make the tides even higher. We're talking about floods that could last for days or even weeks at a time. These won't be your regular, "Oh no, my basement's a bit wet" kind of floods. These will be the, "Honey, why is there a fish swimming in our living room" type of floods. Most coastal cities aren't ready for this at all. It's like they're preparing for a water balloon fight, but NASA's warning them about a tsunami. Number 9. Earth's orbital junkyard. Imagine turning your bedroom into a blender. That's basically what we've done to the space around Earth. We've been tossing stuff up there since the 1950s. It's all moving at 17,500 miles per hour. NASA just admitted they're tracking over 27,000 pieces of space junk bigger than a softball. And that's just the big stuff they can see. There are millions of smaller pieces up there, from nuts and bolts to literal frozen astronaut pee. Those sparkly shooting stars you see might just be space pee. All this junk could start a chain reaction called the Kessler syndrome. It's like playing pool where every ball is moving at bullet speed. One collision creates more pieces, which cause more collisions, creating even more pieces. Earth could be trapped inside a cage of high-velocity shrapnel, like a snow globe filled with razor blades instead of snow. The worst part is once it starts, we can't stop it. We'd be stuck here, unable to launch anything into space without it getting shredded. No more satellites, no more space exploration, no more Netflix. We could become prisoners on our own planet. NASA says we're not at the tipping point yet, but they also admitted they lose track of stuff up there all the time. Number 8. The asteroid we shot made things worse. NASA celebrated hitting an asteroid last year. That might not have been the win we thought. You've got a burglar trying to break into your house. Instead of stopping him, you accidentally turn him into 1,000 tiny ninjas that are impossible to track. That's basically what we did in space. NASA shot a spacecraft at an asteroid called Dimorphos. It was like throwing a vending machine at a boulder. The good news is we hit it dead on. Perfect shot. The bad news is we created something way scarier. Instead of just knocking the asteroid off course, we turned it into a cosmic shotgun blast. Thousands of chunks of space rock, some as big as cars, are now zooming through space, and we can't track most of them. Our space telescopes are great at watching big asteroids, but these smaller pieces are like trying to spot black cats in a coal mine at midnight. Scientists now think this might be a terrible way to defend Earth, because if a real killer asteroid is heading our way, blowing it up might just turn one big problem into thousands of smaller, deadlier problems. NASA just admitted that our first attempt at planetary defense might have actually made things more dangerous. Number 7. The sun's stealth eruptions. The sun occasionally throws giant balls of plasma at Earth. NASA just discovered something that will keep you up at night. Some of these solar eruptions are basically invisible until they are about to hit us. Usually, when the sun has one of its temper tantrums, we can spot it days in advance. But these stealth eruptions are different. They are like the sun's version of a surprise party, except nobody is having fun. NASA found out that some solar eruptions don't show a bright flash. They just quietly slip past our early warning systems like a cosmic burglar. The first time scientists spotted one was pure luck. 2 different spacecraft happened to be looking at the sun from different angles. One saw nothing, while the other caught the eruption in action. These stealth eruptions can be just as powerful as the ones we can see. We are talking about explosions powerful enough to fry satellites and knock out power grids, and the best part is scientists have no idea how many of these invisible plasma bombs the sun has thrown at us over the years. For all we know, we might have been really lucky so far. Number 6. The cracks in Earth's shield. Earth's magnetic field is a giant shield protecting us from deadly space radiation. NASA just discovered something terrifying. Our shield has cracks in it, and we're not talking about tiny little cracks. These are massive holes that stay open for hours at a time. Think of it like having a hole in your umbrella during an acid rainstorm, except instead of acid rain, deadly solar radiation is pouring straight into our atmosphere. These cracks aren't just random events. They're happening more and more often, and they're staying open longer. NASA's satellites caught these magnetic field holes in action. Some of them are big enough to fly a jumbo jet through, and while they're open, dangerous solar particles come streaming through like kids rushing into a candy store. Our magnetic field is getting weaker. It's lost about 10% of its strength in the last 200 years. That's like your phone battery dropping 10%. Except this battery protects us from being cooked alive by space space radiation. Scientists think this weakening might be a sign that Earth's magnetic poles are getting ready to flip. We're actually overdue for another flip, and during the flip, our magnetic shield gets even weaker. Number 5. The Indestructible Asteroid. Meet Bennu, a massive space rock that's basically the universe's version of a ball pit. Scientists used to think asteroids were just big, solid chunks of rock. Turns out Bennu is more like a giant pile of gravel floating through space. Imagine filling a garbage bag with rocks and throwing it into space. That's what we're dealing with here. If we tried to blow it up, like in every asteroid disaster movie, it would just bounce back together. This thing is basically the T-1000 of asteroids. You can't destroy it because it's already broken into pieces. The gravity between all those rocks holds it together like a cosmic rubber band. If we hit it with a nuclear weapon, it would just reform like some kind of space zombie. And this indestructible space garbage bag has a chance of hitting Earth in the future. We spent decades making movies about blowing up asteroids. Now we find out that our best defense plan wouldn't work because the asteroid is wearing cosmic plot armor. It's like finding out the monster in a horror movie is immune to everything you thought would kill it. This isn't science fiction. NASA confirmed this is real. Number 4. The rogue planet problem. Imagine you're playing pool, and Earth is like this perfect shot you've lined up. Everything's going great, the ball is rolling exactly where it should, but then some drunk guy bumps the table, and suddenly your perfect shot goes flying off into the corner pocket. That's basically what NASA just admitted could happen to Earth, except the drunk guy is a rogue planet, and instead of a corner pocket, we're talking about the endless void of space. These rogue planets are basically cosmic orphans, planets that got kicked out of their solar systems and now just drift through space alone. NASA thinks there might be billions of them out there. It's like finding out there are billions of drunk drivers speeding around your neighborhood with their lights off. These things are nearly impossible to spot because they don't have a star lighting them up. They're just dark masses cruising through space at ridiculous speeds. If one of these cosmic bowling balls passed too close to our solar system, it could mess up Earth's orbit. Earth could get pulled away from the sun like a kid yanked off a merry-go-round. The scariest part is we probably wouldn't see it coming until it was too late. Number 3. The city killers we can't see. You know how NASA's always bragging about tracking all those big asteroids that could wipe out humanity? They just admitted something pretty terrifying. While they're great at spotting the massive space rocks that could end all life on Earth, they're basically blind when it comes to the smaller ones, and by smaller, I mean asteroids that could only wipe out a city or two. These city-killer asteroids are between 140 to 500 feet wide. That's about the size of a football field hurtling through space at 50,000 miles per hour, and NASA just confessed they can only track about 40% of these things. We're missing 60% of the asteroids that could turn your city into a smoking crater. These rocks are basically wearing cosmic camouflage. They're dark, they're small by space standards, and they blend in with the blackness of space. These sneaky space rocks often come at us from the direction of the sun. Our telescopes can't look directly at the sun without going blind, just like us. So we've got this massive blind spot where these city killers can just cruise right through. Remember that meteor that exploded over Russia in 2013? Nobody saw that one coming. And that was just a baby, about 65 feet wide. Imagine what a 500-footer could do. NASA estimates there are about 25,000 of these city killers out there, and we've only found about 10,000 of them. So right now, there are roughly 15,000 undiscovered asteroids that could turn a city into a parking lot just floating around up there. Number 2. The sun's cannibal kill shots. Sometimes solar flares don't just come one at a time. The sun can throw multiple tantrums back to back, launching huge balls of plasma into space. When a faster solar flare catches up to a slower one, they don't just pass each other like cars on a highway. The faster one literally eats the slower one. These cannibal solar flares combine into one massive super flare. It's like the sun decided to make a plasma smoothie, but the blender is the size of several Earths. These merged flares are way more powerful than regular ones, and because they're moving through space that's already been cleared by the first flare, they can travel even faster toward Earth. Think of it like a cosmic slip and slide, but instead of fun summer memories, we get potential global blackouts. NASA's particularly worried about these because they're harder to predict. It's like trying to calculate when two drunk drivers might crash into each other. You know it's bad news, but the timing's tricky. The last time a massive one hit Earth was in 1859. It was so powerful it made telegraph equipment spark and catch fire. Imagine that happening to our modern electronics. Number 1. The invisible death beam. NASA recently admitted something that'll make you real happy about your morning commute problems. There's something called a gamma ray burst, and it's basically space's way of saying, delete planet. These things are like cosmic sniper rifles that can strip away a planet's atmosphere faster than you can say, we're doomed. Here's the fun part. They move at the speed of light. That means if one's headed our way, we wouldn't even know about it until it hits us. It would be like getting shot by a bullet, except you wouldn't even have time to realize you've been shot. 1 second you're complaining about your coffee being too hot. The next second Earth's atmosphere is being peeled away like a cosmic banana. NASA scientists estimate that if a gamma ray burst went off within 6,000 light years of Earth, it would be game over. There are plenty of stars capable of producing these bursts within that range. There is absolutely nothing we can do about it. No fancy shield, no Bruce Willis mission, no last-minute science solution. So next time you're stressed about being late for work, just remember, at least you're not being vaporized by an invisible death beam from space. Yet, that's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.